Hi everybody, my name's Jeanette and I will be taking you through your 30-minute stretch class today. I'm lucky enough to be joined by Cheryl. She's going to show you some of the options that you can take for any of the stretches that we do today. I really encourage you to just take this at your own pace. This is your stretch. It's got to feel good in your body. So let's have some fun with it. Let's enjoy the stretch and hopefully you'll feel a little bit longer when we're finished, okay? So let's go. Seated, you can cross your legs like me or you can kneel like Cheryl. If either of those options don't work, feel free to stand up. We can do these first few standing too, okay? So let's take some breaths. Nice and tall through the chest. Take a big breath in. Reach up right out of your hips. That's it, and release. We gotta relax those shoulders. Let's do it again. Rise up. Nice big stretch, reaching through your fingers. And release. We'll do that one more time, just so we remember to breathe and we remember to stretch right from our hips. Oh, that feels good, hey Cheryl? All right, let's open the chest. So clasp your hands. Squeeze your shoulders together and push your knuckles down towards the floor. If it feels really good, maybe lift the hands a little higher. See how that feels. Or you can stay with Cheryl. Nice big breath, opening across the chest and the shoulders. Good. Let's release that. Clasp your hands in front of you. We're going to open up the upper back, pressing the knuckles towards the front of the room, round in the back, and separate the shoulders. See how that feels. Every time you breathe, you're going to feel yourself open more. Awesome, release. All right, nice and tall. Just take your right ear to your right shoulder. Just drop. That's it. And then look down. Turn your chin towards your shoulders. See how that feels. Working around the neck really nicely. Now bring your chin to your chest, but see if you can pull your shoulders back at the same time. Nice big breath. Come to the other side. So this is going to work out all the pains in the neck. And there's probably a lot of them during the day, hey? Turn your chin, look down. Keep pulling those shoulders back. That's it. And one last time, drop the chin to your chest and then come up through the center. Feel good? All right. So let's come onto our hands and knees. So try to place your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, about hip width apart. See how that feels. We're going to lift the spine to the sky, tuck in our chin and our tailbone, and look to our belly button. Now drop the belly, lift your tailbone, and as you pull your shoulders back, extend through the front of the neck. That's it. Let's bring in some breath. Exhale. That's it, really curving the spine, so we're manipulating the vertebrae here. And then we're going to release. Tailbone up, shoulders back, and a real nice extension through the front of the neck. Beautiful. Come back to neutral spine, look down. Take the knees a little wider and just sit the hips back to the heels. Now if you can, stretch a little further forward with your hands. And then if it feels good, drop the head so the forehead touches the mat. Now try to keep the elbows lifted off of the floor. This is going to help to stretch through the shoulders just a little bit more. Now this is one of my favorite stretches. We're going to take the back hand and thread it underneath the front arm. You're going to go as far as you can and then you're going to lay the shoulder down. You can let the head float or you can let it rest on the mat. So the best thing to do here is breathe really deeply and feel how that breath really opens across the back and the shoulders. Now the hips can stay high, that's perfectly fine. Just bring all of your focus across your back. Does that feel good, Cheryl? I love this one. We're going to take it to the other side. You ready? So unthread, take the front hand to the back, go as far as you can. Try to turn the palm up if that feels okay, and then just relax down. Now remember, your breath is going to enhance the stretch always. So breathe in, that's going to expand the ribs. It's going to open up the shoulders, and then your exhale is the part where you get to relax. We all want to relax. So nice. All right, undo. Fantastic. Let's come into the shoulders, the front of the chest. Taking your front hand, slide it back past your front leg. And then sit the hips right back. And again, you got to breathe deeply. Kind of drag that hand a little bit. You can feel that stretch in the front of your chest. Let's try the other side. Reach forward. Take the back hand, slide it beside the leg. That's the way. Every time you exhale, that's where you feel the release. Nicely done. So reach forward and come up onto hands and knees. Let's come to a lunge position. We're going to start with the back leg. So step it forward. So your foot is facing the front of the mat. Bring that front knee over the ankle. That's really nicely aligning the knee. And then you've got a few options here. Cheryl's going to show you some options as well. We're going to tuck the tailbone under, and we can stay up quite high if the hip flexors tend to be tight, okay? Then as you gain your flexibility, you're going to slowly ease the body forward. See how that feels. That's it. We can keep the hands touching the thighs. Excellent. And if you want a little bit more, you can tuck the toes and power up the back leg. So the back leg is really long and straight, and you can feel this adding to the hip flexor stretch. Cheryl's got your option. Now if you want some more, take a big breath wherever you are and lift the chest and pull your shoulders back. If that feels good on your knee, take the stretch like Cheryl. Release down. Knee down if it's up. And then try this. Back hand inside of your foot. Now heel toe this back foot out right to the edge of the mat and drop deeper into your hips. So we might stay lifted so the chest is pushing forward. But if you've got that flexibility in your hips, come down lower. You might just bend the elbows slightly, or you might come deeper here. I like to stay somewhere in between so my spine is long. Hug your elbow, hug your knee to the shoulder, and always use that breath. You got it. And release back. We're going to take this front leg and we're going to sit down onto our butt. We're going to keep both knees bent. Turn the hips and the shoulders to the side. So this is kind of like a hurdler stretch. Flex your front ankle, so we've got the knee nicely protected. Stay up or come forward. So a little tuck of your chin. Trying to allow the body to relax in this position. You should feel this in the butt of that front hip. That's it. Just relax your shoulders, breathe. Excellent. Let's try the other side. All of that on the other leg. So push on up, sit back, and then step the front leg forward. So front knee over the ankle for great alignment. Set up nice and high first of all, so you really test out that stretch. Chest is lifted, shoulders are down. Then if it feels good, ease the body forward. Just finding the edge of that stretch. Awesome. Use your hands on your thigh, and if it feels good, you're going to pop up, power up that back leg. There's a deeper stretch as you drop the hips. See how it feels. And if you want more, lift the arms, lift the chest, pull back. So there's a lot of power in this stretch. We're going to squeeze the bum. Every time we squeeze those glutes, the hip's going to open a little bit more. Come on down. The hips are starting to open. I can feel it already, hey? Take that front foot wide to the edge of the mat. Bring the hands inside and then gently ease down. So don't be surprised if your hips are different from one side to the other, and go with that, because we definitely want to even things out, but We don't want to push one side more than the other if it's not ready. So in this case, I'm going to stay up and just bend the elbows very gently. Breathe. Nice. So hands under shoulders, step back, and then just tuck this foot down into your hurdler stretch. The back knee is going to be bent, and we're going to just turn the hips and the shoulders towards the front of your mat. So you can stay up or you can come forward, see what feels good. Really encouraging you to always go with a long spine. So we've got great posture throughout every single stretch we do. Excellent. Super job. All right, come on up. We good? Into the inner thighs. Here we go. This is one that people either love or they hate. So we're going to take the soles of the feet together. Drop the knees wide apart. Don't beat yourself up about how these knees are dropping, okay? Your hips are made very differently, so just go with how you can relax into this, okay? Start here and bring your hands behind and push down to lift your chest. Then just drop those knees, maybe even just rock or roll from side to side, see how that feels. That's it. Good. Now try this. Push the soles of the feet together. That's it. Create some contraction in your inner thighs, and then slowly release it. See how that feels. Let's do that one more time. So press together, squeeze the inner thighs. That's it. And then release. Nice and gently. Good stuff. Rock and roll if you feel like it. So sitting back slightly. So moving the bum away from the heels, you're going to take hands to feet. Then we're just going to relax forward. Get comfortable here, relax the knees, relax from the hips, soften the shoulders. Just let your body do the stretch for you. So the heaviness of your body is going to help to relax those hips. One last deep breath in here. Use the exhale to relax. That's the way. Awesome. All right, come on up. So if inside thighs are feeling a little tight today, the great option for this one is to take knees bent, okay? If you can, and if you'd like to, take the legs straight. Move yourself around a little bit, so get comfy. That's it. Then bring your hands in front and slowly lean. This is going to be so subjective for every different body. So as far as your body wants to go, just try not to hold on. Try to relax as much as you can. Feel free to move around. Just moving from side to side, and you're going to find that the body's going to want to go just a little bit further. Beautifully done. It's always one. Do you love that one or do you hate that one? Come up tall. We're going to take a side stretch. So lift your right arm. Nice big lift. We're going to go sideways, straight over that leg. So Cheryl's got this left leg straight and the opposite leg bent. See how that feels if you need an option. So we want to be lifted and long when we do this. And we also want to keep this top shoulder back. That way you're getting that beautiful straight stretch from your hip right the way up past your shoulders to your fingertips. Then we're going to change this. So come up through the center, turn your chest toward the leg, and then see how it feels to come forward. So we might just go a few inches. Yep, and then as the body lets go, because it will, if we take our time and we're patient, it will let go. That's it. Fantastic. Ease the body up. Let's take it to the other side, see how it feels. Remember, don't be surprised if it's slightly different from one side, just go with it. The weight of the body and gravity pulling you down is what's working. Top shoulder back. That's it. Oh, big stretch. Breathe. Good. Now turn your body. Come up through the center and reach. So you can extend your toes. My dancer's toes automatically point like this. But if yours don't, that's okay. They can face the sky. It's okay. You can still hear my dance teacher. All right, and then let's come back through the center and see how those two side stretches have made a bit more of a difference. Okay, so see how that feels now. Rock and roll. Move from side to side. Remember, relax your shoulders. We don't want to create tension in another part of the body as we're relaxing somewhere else. Good. Enough for one day. Hands under your shoulders, push yourselves up. So bend your knees, come back together gently, and then extend your legs forward. So you're going to take the right leg and cross it all the way over the left leg. The knees will fold one on top of each other. Outside of the foot and ankle is down. Lift your chest, bring your hands slightly forward, and then just tip. You're going to feel this stretch in your IT band. Some of you will feel it from your hip to your knee. Others might feel it all the way down to the ankle. If you've been running a lot this summer, you might feel it all the way to the underside of your foot. If you have a little bit more flexibility in this IT band, take your foot, very gently bring your body forward. But if it feels tight, just here is fine. That's a tough stretch, hey? Yeah. Okay, uncross. Let's try the other side. So lift, cross, outside of the foot and the ankle. Stay lifted and then come forward. So you're going to notice if you extend your toes forward, the stretch will feel slightly easier. If you pull the toes back, we're stretching right to the underside of the foot, and you can definitely feel it more. But if you want to, take the foot, gently ease the body forward. Nice big breath. There we go. So let's take this left foot and put it beside the right thigh. Square off your hips straight to the front and come forward. So we're in a single leg hamstring stretch here. So the hands can come beside the leg, and just the weight of your body will be enough to give you that stretch. If you're feeling like you want a little bit more, take hold of the toes, gently ease the body down. Just remember, when you get to your biggest part of your stretch, tuck your chin, relax your shoulders. Just let your body relax naturally. Always remembering to breathe. And come up slowly. The best part of this stretch is a slight twist. We get into that kind of sciatic area. You're going to feel this in your low back. So take the hand to the outside of the leg or the ankle, and then reach the other hand back. We're on a slight twist. We tend to feel this more in the low back. Yeah, let's try the other side. So change legs. Right foot, inner thigh, start lifted, square onto the front and straight forward. So hands, or take the foot, relax the shoulders, tuck in your chin. If the straight leg just is not working for you, if hamstrings tend to be super tight today, keep a little bend, that's okay. It's got to feel good, and you're going to progress. Every time you come and do this class, you're going to progress through those stretches. Let's take the twist. So the right hand comes to the outside of the shin, the calf, or the ankle, and then we reach back. So I love the twist on this. Do you still feel that in your back, Cheryl? Yeah, it's nice. Awesome. All right, come back up. Good stuff. So the IT bands have been released a little bit. The hamstrings have been released a little bit. Let's check in with the low back here. A lot of the time, it's the low back causing the tension in the hamstrings. So bend your knees. Bring your belly and your ribs towards your thighs and glue them there. And then just tuck in your chin and hang out. Just relax the shoulders. And then gradually, as you feel the body giving up the tension, start to slide the feet further forward. See how that feels? Because we want the body to be connected to the legs, you may not go all the way down to the floor, and that's perfectly fine. The focus is really in the low back and right at the top of the hamstrings. Beautiful. Nice big breath. Relax one more time. You got it. And roll up. Super job. We're going to come onto our backs and be kind and gentle. That's it. Rolling down. So taking your front leg, stretch and flex, place the ankle on top of the knee and push the knee right out to the side. Simply start here. So tuck the tailbone, brace the abs, and gently press the low back towards the floor. Starting here, just pushing that front knee out to the side. It's really important to just relax the rest of the body, so shoulders relaxed. So if you'd like to take this 1 or 2 steps further, lift the underneath foot, reach through, take either underneath the thigh or over the top of the shin. Cheryl's got, what have you got there? Over the shin. I'll take the thigh. And then draw the legs nice and close. So again, I like to get a lot of movement in my stretches. So if you want to rock and roll here, just circle. You're going to feel the movement really benefiting the outside of the hip and the butt. If you're a runner, you're going to like this one, even if you walk really fast. Relax the shoulders. Cheryl, do you run? Yeah. Excellent. All right. Place the foot down. Cross the front leg all the way over the back leg. So the thighs are touching. And then take a big breath and open up the arms so they're wide across your chest. I'm going to drop both knees to the back of the room. And we're going to anchor this front shoulder so it's down on the mat. So just go as far as this shoulder's going to allow. Now you can look straight up. If the neck allows, look to the front so we get the neck stretch as well. Relax across the body and just let this underneath leg do the work for you. Breathe. So you're going to feel this around the hip, into the mid-back, perhaps across the shoulders. And if you want a little bit more from this one still, uncross that top leg and start to stretch it out. So use the back hand as a little extra weight to bring the leg closer to the floor. See how that feels? Nice big breath. When you breathe deeply here, you can really feel the back ribs and around the hip really opening up. Awesome. Bend the knees. Come back to the center. Reset the spine. Come into good alignment, and then let's take it to the other side. So back leg up, flex the ankle, and then place that ankle on top of that front knee. So start here, using the back hand, we're going to gently push the knee away. That may be as far as you go today. If you've got cycling hips, if you were cycling with Kim, that might be as far as it goes. That's it, keep pushing. If you want a little bit more, we're ready to take it a bit further. Lift your foot, reach under, take the thigh, or take the shin, relax the shoulders, and get some movement into this one. That's it, just rock and roll. See how it feels? This is always a good one too. That's it, forward and back or side to side. And then when you're done, place the foot down. And we're crossing this back leg all the way over. So thighs touch, squeeze those thighs together. Breathe again to open the arms wide to the side. When you've got your shoulders anchored, pin to the floor, you're going to bring the knees to the front of the room. So again, either looking straight up or looking to the side. Gently using that bottom leg. That's it. You can feel it gently pulling that top leg down. As those muscles through the hip and the back relax, you might find that the shoulder wants to inch off of the floor. Just gently guide it down if it does. That's it. And then if you'd like to take it a little bit further, you uncross that top leg, use your front hand and gently bring it down. So try exploring the breath in the back of the body. See how it feels there. Opening up. That's the way. Bring your knees back together. Good stuff. And we're going to turn to the front of the room, dropping knees to the front, bringing the bottom arm under our head, and we're going to add in a quadricep stretch. So both knees are bent to start. Front knee, top knee comes forward. Take either the shin or the ankle. Bring the knees back and then gently bring the knees down together. If the knees are close, push the hips forward. Really feel that stretch from your hip to your knee. Lovely. And release. We're going to push on up with that top hand. Swing around to the other side. Underneath arm reaches down. Bend both knees. Take your top leg and gently guide the knee back. And as you can, knees together. So if you're feeling good in this stretch, if it's not too tight, squeeze the bum, push the hips. That's it. Relax the head. And release. So push on up one last time. We're going to finish this class in a beautiful relaxation position. So swing your legs around. Roll yourself down. Take the soles of your feet together and the knees open wide. Relax the shoulders. Take your hands to your forearms. And then gently lift them overhead. And see if you can relax completely. I don't want you to worry if your low back lifts off the floor, that's perfectly fine. If this feels a little tight across the pelvis or the inner thighs, maybe move the feet further away from your body and then see if you can relax there. Deep breath in. Relax down. And while Cheryl and I are done, if you feel like it, you stay here as long as you like. So I'm going to roll up. Thanks very much for coming, guys. I hope you feel a lot more limber and stretched out than you did at the beginning of the class. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Cheryl, for being my trusty partner. Have a great day.